Dark, Netflix's first German-language sci-fi series, introduces viewers to a captivating storyline accompanied by a talented ensemble cast. Set in the enigmatic town of Winden, the show delves into the lives of four interconnected families across multiple timelines, revealing the intricate dynamics that unfold between them. Winden, a small town heavily reliant on its nuclear power plant for employment, harbors a hidden secret within its cave system, a wormhole enabling time travel. The narrative of Dark begins in 2019 and intricately weaves together events from 1986 and 1953. As reports of missing children escalate, the investigation intensifies, ultimately impacting the lives of all the families residing in Winden across different time periods. Among the central characters is Jonas Kahnwald, a teenager grappling with the profound loss of his father. Ulrich Nielsen, a police officer, carries the weight of his younger brother's disappearance 33 years ago in 1986. Charlotte Doppler, with her complex family history, adds further depth to the storyline. Dark offers a multi-layered narrative that gradually unfolds, enticing viewers to engage their minds and emotions. As you immerse yourself in this intricately crafted series, the effort put into understanding the story is profoundly rewarding. Dark presents a captivating portrayal of time travel theory, where the concept of the beginning is the end is the beginning is intricately explored. This theory suggests that choices made in the past determine future outcomes, allowing multiple versions of individuals to coexist within a single reality. Certain characters' journeys to the past become crucial for the existence of specific individuals and the preservation of the time loop. Members of Sic Mundus, a group of time travelers, freely navigate through different eras. The series begins in 2019, with the mysterious suicide of Michael Kahnwald, Jonas' father. However, the suicide note is intercepted and concealed by Michael's mother, Ines, preventing it from reaching anyone else's hands. Jonas, struggling with his father's loss, spends time in a psychiatric facility before returning to school, only to discover that his former love, Martha, is now dating his best friend, Bartosz. Meanwhile, a student named Eric Obendorf mysteriously disappears, leading Martha's father, Ulrich Nielsen, a police officer, to take on the missing person case. Ulrich is revealed to be having an affair with Hannah, Jonas' mother. A series of events unfolds as Jonas, Bartosz, Martha, Magnus, Mikkel, and Franziska embark on a quest to find hidden drugs near the caves. However, they encounter a rumbling noise from the caves and flee, inadvertently leaving Mikkel behind. The search for Mikkel intensifies when a body is discovered the next day, although it is not identified as Mikkel's. Ulrich becomes convinced that the disappearances of Eric, Mikkel, and his brother Mads in 1986 are connected. In his pursuit, Ulrich discovers a locked door within the caves leading to the Winden nuclear power plant but is denied access by Alexander Tiedemann, the plant's director and Bartosz's father. Meanwhile, Charlotte Doppler, another police officer, realizes that the body found is wearing 1980s clothing, and strange occurrences take place in Winden, including a mysterious guest at Regina's hotel. Simultaneously, Mikkel awakens and realizes he has traveled back to 1986, 4 weeks after Mads' disappearance. He encounters Egon Tiedemann, Regina's grandfather and a police officer in Winden, and is eventually taken in by nurse Ines Kahnwald, who is Michael Kahnwald's mother. The story then reveals the events of 1986, featuring Claudia Tiedemann, Regina's mother and Egon's daughter. Claudia, engaged in a power struggle with Bernd Doppler, the former director of the nuclear power plant, receives a book titled Eine Reise durch die Zeit, A Journey Through Time, from Helga Doppler, Bernd's son. This book gains significant importance later on. The narrative also explores Ulrich and Katarina's relationship during their high school years, marked by their bullying behavior, as well as the teenage Charlotte's observations of birds' mass deaths, a phenomenon recurring in 2019. Hannah nurtures an unrequited crush on Ulrich, and Regina becomes a target of bullying. Ulrich, convinced that his son vanished through the caves, resumes his exploration and hears Mikkel's desperate plea for help, further fueling his agitation. Charlotte also suspects a connection between the disappearances and the nuclear power plant. In 1986, Helga Doppler, suffering from dementia, wanders the forest, muttering about stopping Noah, while Yashin, Elizabeth's friend, encounters a hooded figure sent by Noah. The story becomes more intricate when Noah appears in 1986 disguised as a priest and visits Mikkel, who broke his leg while attempting to escape through the caves. In 2019, Yashin goes missing after encountering the hooded figure. Hannah falsely accuses Ulrich of rape, causing further turmoil, and a mysterious man checks into Regina's hotel, leading her to send a package to Jonas. Bartosz contacts Eric's drug supplier, who is revealed to be Noah, the same person who appeared in 1986 but hasn't aged since then. The pieces of the puzzle begin to come together when Jonas receives a package from the stranger at Regina's hotel, containing a light, a Geiger counter, and his father's suicide note that Ines had taken. Jonas is shocked to discover that Michael Conwald is, in fact, Mikkel Nielsen. Ines had adopted Mikkel and renamed him Michael, and he later married Hannah, becoming Jonas' father. Jonas finds a map of the caves and ventures into them, encountering a door labeled Sic Mundus Creatus Est, meaning thus the world was created. The investigation into the discovered body reveals that it is Mads, whose body remains remarkably preserved from 1986. The police finally obtain permission to search the nuclear power plant, and suspicions fall on Helge Doppler. Ulrich, suspended from his job, follows Helge into the woods and discovers the same book Claudia received from Helge, Eine Reise durch die Zeit by H.G. Tannhaus. In 1986, Helge is also a primary suspect and is supposed to be questioned by Egon but is involved with Noah in the abductions of Yashin, Eric, and Mads. The plot becomes even more complex as a third timeline is introduced, 1953. Two police officers, a younger Egon Tiedman and Daniel Conwald, discover the bodies of Yashin and Eric. Ulrich mistakenly travels to 1953 and encounters locals, unintentionally delivering the book to H.G. Tannhaus, who is yet to write it. Ulrich eventually encounters a 9-year-old Helge and attempts to kill him, hoping to reverse the children's disappearances. However, Helge regains consciousness and returns home, while Ulrich is arrested for attempting to murder him, claiming it was to save the children's lives. In 1986, a jealous Hannah falsely accuses Ulrich of rape, while Claudia delves deeper into the mystery of the caves after her childhood dog reappears. She studies the book given to her by Helge, learning from Bernd that barrels containing nuclear waste are hidden in the power plant. Claudia hires a teenage runaway named Alexander Kuhler, who assumes a false identity and later becomes Alexander Tiedman. In 1986, Helge and Noah argue, as the boys were kidnapped for testing a time machine Noah created, resulting in their deaths. In 2019, Regina discovers the stranger's research, and Bartos meets his supposedly deceased grandmother, teaming up with Noah. In 1953, Noah appears again, unchanged by time, assisting Helge's mother while Helge remains missing. Meanwhile, H.G. Tannhaus, the book's author, examines the smartphone Ulrich left behind, and the stranger visits him, discussing the theory of time travel through wormholes. The stranger reveals the existence of a wormhole in Winden that allows travel 33 years into the past and future. He gives Tannhaus a machine to destroy the wormhole, but Tannhaus realizes that it is the very device he already possesses, along with the blueprints provided by Claudia in 2019, which he compares to the stranger's machine in 1953. The season finale unveils a series of twists. Peter Doppler is revealed to have moved Mads' body in 2019, but Claudia instructs him to hide it in the woods. In 1986, Jonas, who is time traveling, is kidnapped by Noah and Helge, who plan to bring Mikkel back to 2019. In 2019, Helge travels back to 1986 to kill his younger self but accidentally kills the older version of himself. Charlotte investigates the 1986 case of Helge's attack and discovers Ulrich's mugshot in the investigation files. Jonas wakes up in Noah's bunker and is visited by the stranger, who turns out to be an older version of Jonas himself. The older Jonas attempts to destroy the wormhole in the caves but inadvertently becomes the reason the wormhole exists. The wormhole connects Helge from 1953 to Jonas in 2019, and they switch places, with Helge transported to 2019 and Jonas to 2052, where Winden is in a post-apocalyptic state. In summary, Dark explores a complex time travel theory where events in the past determine the future. The series introduces multiple timelines, 1953, 1986, 2019, and follows characters like Jonas, Claudia, and Martha as they navigate these timelines and try to maintain the existing loop of events. The interwoven storylines involve mysterious disappearances, the manipulation of time by various characters, and the presence of a secret society called Sic Mundus. The series delves into the interconnectedness of characters and events, revealing surprising connections and twists along the way.